Alright, greetings Penutians, and welcome to a Hexa Stat guide on how to actually set up your Hexa Stat 1, 2, and 3. Because as of this recording, Hexa Stat 3 would have officially came out, along with the first Sunday that allowed us to get the additional enhancement rate for main stat. After you've been done, if you have been, just got done doing this for Hexa Stat 1, 2, and 3, you'll be wondering, how exactly do I set these up for 1, 2, and 3? Simply put, I'm going to go ahead and just be blunt with it. I'm going to pull up this chart real quick. I highly recommend that everyone does the Scouter. Scouter is a quick one-and-done resource that you can use to get your Hexa Stat completed. Simply how to use it, for my current setup, I put what I originally got, and I click the Optimize button, and it'll give me the optimal rollout, being just a 0.01% final damage increase. Not a lot, so not really too much pressure on getting it correct, but if anyone actually cares about it, you can use Scouter for that. To get to Scouter, the actual page on Maple Scouter, all you gotta do is complete your input information, go to Analysis and Optimization, scrolls down to Boss Setting Optimization, and it'll take you to this page, and where you can just input your stuff and go from there. If anyone actually wants to know how to do this manually, and just go off of their own hard work, here's how you will do it. First of all, disclaimer, this is not a calculator. This is just a spreadsheet that I just made so I can actually list out my values so I can actually just look at it specifically. If anyone actually wants it, it'll be in the description. But before I get started, I would like to cover two main parts of this actual spreadsheet. The first of which is the stat priority flowchart, going from attack, main stat, as in your strength, dex, int, and luck roll, if you're, depending what class you are. I don't know why next I made main stat line and main stat. I don't know why they did that. And then the third priority being crit damage. And crit damage will be dependent on other classes. Like, for example, if I was not lied to back then, crit damage for both masters would actually be boss damage instead of crit damage. So they will use a different line. So, from there, you'll use the Nodestone rule that Nexon implied. I'm just using Nodestone rule as a title for it. As in, Hexa Stat 1, 2, and 3's main stat line cannot repeat more than once. So if attack is on Hexa Stat 1, Hexa Stat 2 and 3 cannot use it either. So, by that logic, we will first go off of whatever main stat has the highest attack value, because attack value, or magic attack value, that you play, will be affected by percent attack and percent magic attack values that you have for your respective class. So, I have a 5, 6, and a 6. So therefore, Hexa Stat 2 and 3 will be the ones I look at for attack value. And since my Hexa Stat 2 is both level 7 for both of the Israel's lines, which makes it really easy for me, I'll go crit damage and strength, because there's no other choice for me to put it there. And then that'll be now the next question would be for Hexa Stat 1 and 3, which main stat do I give for either of them? So, as we once again check, the main stat line and the crit damage one will be in that specific priority. I usually need to be a little bit more specific. Hold up, let me actually change it. Main stat line priority, just so it's a little bit more accurate. So, but regardless, you can still use this for additional stat, but not ultimately. From additional stat 1, 2, plus main stat for the other stat, the stat 1 and 3 that you did not do, for me that I did not do, would therefore be total value of Hexa Stat, the additional lines that you have left over, as well as the main stat you have left over. So for example, this information block again, main stat and critical damage will be prioritized by total value combined. So to give you an example, for my scenario, if I did not use Scouter, I would have done, where are you? Since main stat on the Hexa Stat 3 is level 6, which would have given me 800, you're going to be wondering why I put it on Hexa Stat 1. It's simply put because if we look at this, if we use Hexa Stat 1's main line for strength, it's 600 plus 600 being 1200, and the critical damage for Hexa Stat 3 is going to be on that main line, so that's 2.8 plus 2.1, giving us a 4.9% crit damage with 1200 strength. If I were to flip that over, it would therefore be crit damage being in the main stat line for this one, on Hexa Stat 1, being 2.1 plus, where are you? 2.1, giving us 4.2% crit damage, But that would also give me, if I did main stat for this one, that'd be 800 plus 600 being 1400. So plus 200 main stat versus 0.7% crit damage. And you're going to be wondering, yeah, if Hexa Stat, the main stat line priority chart that I have right here says that it's attack, main, and crit damage, and I'm getting more main stat and less crit damage, what exactly is the problem? That actually becomes the problem. To those who don't know, as I mentioned, the optimization that you guys just saw, it's 0.01. So that becomes the, what do you call it? The negligible range, I guess, or area that you have to deal with. It becomes the question of, is this better? Is this not better? Honestly, you could have just put it at what I just mentioned, where critical damage is going to be on level 5 versus level 6 for Hexa Stat 1 and 2. And just to give you an example, or just to like show you guys it, if I were to put you as crit damage and you were, hold up, you were main stat, that one becomes attack, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. Oh wait, no, I gotta switch to crit damage. So we got main, crit, this one becomes attack. Oh wait, hold up. That one is, oh no, yeah, it is the other way around. Crit. No wait, no. Attack. Crit damage. We got crit, attack, main stat. So if I did switch it, I think I broke the calculator. Maybe I gotta get rid of him. Wait, crit attack. Oh, because it doesn't have main stat. Wait, crit attack, main, crit, main, attack, crit. I don't know what that says. Hold up, let me check real quick. That's optimal. Wait, what? Crit, oh. So that's what that says. It's literally such a small, negligible range, if you were to actually do it, like I just mentioned with this, by following this priority chart, it actually would still technically be correct. It was only a 0.01% final damage increase from what I initially had when I rolled 1, 2, and 3 without resetting them at all. So that actually just means this is still correct. Like, it's such a, even if it wasn't, it's such a small range of a difference for my setup that would have been different. Everyone else's who rolls this might also see a small difference depending, because I know some people, like, there's a couple people in my guild who are really rolling 20,000 fragments worth of this on reboot, which is wild. I thought I farmed a lot, but these guys farm way more than me. So depending on what you rolled, everyone's will be different. Everyone's will be different. But if you follow this logic of the main stats priority flowchart, you'll more or less get it correct. I'll probably have some additional notes if I can think of any before I upload this, but they'll be down in this chart, and once again, they'll be linked in the description if anyone actually wants it. You'll have to make a copy of this in order to change the values, but I'll have that note as well. But other than that, I do know that I talked too fast, and I probably said Hexa Stat 1, main stat line over and over and over, so it probably confused anybody. If you have any questions, I will try my best to answer them, but if you want me to help you with your solving your board, I can't do that for you because that would take way too much time and there's too many people. So at best, I will tell you what to do, or at least guide you as best as I can. Other than that, if you have any other questions, please let me know down in the comments. I'll hope you see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.